Hey Scorpio, how are you doing? Let's find out. I've got your cards split to start with, and we'll go back into the deck. So we'll take those and we'll get into them. I want to just say that I'm finishing up and I'm getting ready to relaunch in April. Well, actually March. Sign up in February, March. The book starts in April. Another go around the wheel. It's a 13-month program of going through all your houses and understanding from multiple astrological studies. Yes, and tarot as well. Going through your birth chart and getting a grip on what everything means so that you actually have emotional, personal connection to, and it's something of a science experiment. So I won't go through it all right now. We'll get into the read, but there will be a clip at the end of the read that does a walkthrough of the book to see if you're at all interested. I'm going to set up a Patreon for it if there are people that's signing up for it. It'll be about $10 a month and lots of group chat. This is conducive to a group experience. There's a lot of personal work in it. It is a lot of work. You'd need about half an hour, 20 minutes a day to journal, and a few hours a week to do the pages, the work pages. Plus however much research time you want to put into it and creative time you want to put into it. There is creative work that goes into this. So if that appeals at all, stick through to the end and I'll take you through it. It is 350 pages long. You print it as you go. If you don't like pink, you can always print it in grayscale, black and white, yeah? Okay, so let's get into your cards right away. And we have, this is February 10th, 11th. We have this, for me this is Virgo energy. Oh, I've got to replace some candles right now, but we've got some nice smoke coming through to clear energy. For me this is Virgo energy, 6th house energy. Others would put it as Taurus, but I match it to the houses. Something is time sensitive, space-time sensitive, because Virgo is all about Time Lord work. The air, Mercury is generally, and Virgo, everything Virgo has its very, very specific space time to happen. It's very prophetic energy. So there's a gift that's coming through. It's a 6. It's a 6 and it's deep magic. It's deep magic. It is also your financial well-being, your workplace, all that stuff. But it is coming through. But it is deeply spiritually magic. Earth energy is. Earth energy is deep magic. There's just a lot of legwork that goes into magic. So we've got that energy. Then we have the Hoppy mask from Susan Sheppard's Phoenix cards. So we're either dealing geographically, ancestrally, or a past life. There's something, or these are guides coming through that want to mark this experience with their perspective for you. Yes. Okay, so we'll get into that later. Susan does a layout for this card. I'll explain the card better. We'll get the book open, but she does a planetary read for the different planet positions, right, and how it affects this card. So I'll read for each. There's just short paragraphs for each planet, and I'll read all of those out. And then I have Mel Brown's Aboriginal Spirit deck. Very powerful. All of Mel's decks are extremely powerful. They pull no punches. And right here we have the Adventure card, and it looks like a lot of chakra energy on it. So we'll get into that in a minute. I'm going to get 2 more doors. We've got under Engracia's Divine Doors here. And we've got Wild Kuan Yin from Alana Fairchild. Then in the Lenormand, what's happening that's interesting between these 2 decks over here, we have, this definitely came out sideways, and we'll get explanations on that as we go, because we'll get more cards out of it. We have the Garden, and that's all about your social presence and interactions and attention. It's basically like a 6 of Wands kind of situation, but it's matched with the 8 of Swords. And for me, the 8 of Swords is very much a Houdini card. It's less about self-imposed restrictions and prisons, which is how everybody else typically describes it. It's the lady in the red dress, blindfolded with swords all around her, yeah? In my experience, because I acknowledge demons, I acknowledge whoever the devil is. I acknowledge major interferences. To me, this is a prison planet. So I acknowledge, for me, most of those 8 swords are swords that other people have put around you, and it's up to you to become strong enough to get out of them, yes, and to solve them all. And so we have that sideways. It's squaring off with something. It's either stuck or it's pushing against something. So that's what we'll find out. There could be an element of being stuck. Absolutely. We're already in an 8 sword situation, but there's a social, there's your place in society that's attached to this. And then this is my animal oracle, because I work a lot with animals, and I had this deck long before I would ever knew I'd be doing card readings. And this tells me, now hang on a second, they were in the same direction. So I screwed up. Oh, I'm looking at the bottom. Okay, I need to be looking at the top. This is from the bottom. They're both in the upright. 7 of Swords. Are they both in the upright? No, they came out sideways as well. Oh, I gotta... That Joker keeps coming out. I put him in for Justin Trudeau. We'll put him over there. But we've got a King of Swords right underneath. In the reverse. Okay, I'm going to take that Joker back. Okay, so somebody with authority has been manipulating. Okay. And that's where the swords are coming from. So that's where the swords are coming from, because we've got the 7 and the 10 and the 8. So a lot of communication, a lot of thinking, a lot of unnecessary, like lost communication. There's a transformation here and a completion. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's what's going on there. I'm going to lay this all out. We'll get some more doors. We'll get. No, I'm going to read these 2 after. That's what I usually do. Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Okay. So for now, I've got the oracle set up there. I'm going to see if we're squaring off against anything here. I've got your energy over here with the 7 and the 10, the transformation and the completion, right? And I got this Yahoo over here, okay? Because I feel like this is more what they've done to you. So I don't want to just keep, we'll find out if we need to keep them together. So we'll get more into the tarot in just a second, but let's get some doors. Oh, starting with this one. That's right, I pulled this one ahead of time, okay? So let's get 2 more. It's slapping out A Stranger's Grace. Well, I guess I've come this far with it. The yellow was striking me. The yellow in this card, and then the yellow came out in that. Even I was thinking yellow. I don't believe in working subconsciously Jungian with the cards. I believe in whatever Kali. I work especially with Kali, but I also work with the Orisha. So whoever we're talking with right now. Again, so Grandmother Spider in this card. And I'm Pink Spider because of Grandmother Spider. I painted a pink spider when I was 2. And then I got into huge trouble for it, and I stopped making pictures and stopped expressing myself for 13 years. And that's part of my shamanic journey. I am a shaman. I'm born under Kali's star in Bharani, which is Yama's constellation, but he is a shaman as well. But it's associated with Kali. It's actually a yoni. The constellation is a vagina. So, and then she appeared to me a couple of years ago, and she did a dismemberment vision with me, dream experience. But the yellow spoke to me before even that card came out, and then so the emphasis will be on the yellow in this card. Even the lightness of this card. So here we have yellow again, and we have the light green. So I feel comfortable taking that card, and that's what I'm doing. I'm talking myself through this a bit. This has a 3 of Pentacles feel to it, obviously. One more door, please. You already know. You know exactly which one, and you know what you want. Oh, really? It's going to be like that, is it? They're like, you don't tell us, we tell you. Okay, fine. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So we're going to have 4 doors. So there's stability here with 4. Now look at this. So we've got the green, orange, brown, and yellow. So like a sunrise, sunset kind of vibe to it. This one is, well, I can surmise. I'm just wondering if there's anything I should... Nope. Okay. Let's get them and then we'll figure out, we'll read them and we'll figure out where they fit into the story as we get into it. Okay, so starting with the start, right? 3 of Cups. A toast to friendship in the afternoon sun. Okay. So I was saying, yes. And that's why all the yellow. 3 cups in happiness. 3 cheers are done. Celebration is near. Okay. How big is this celebration? So what we're going to do is I'm going to put it up there and then we're going to figure out where it fits into the story. This was next, right? The Stranger's Grace. So there's some sort of work situation. Some collaboration. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. Okay, so somebody's going to outmaneuver you. Somebody's going to have something that you didn't see coming, and you're going to have to go for it because ego, as in terms of your healthy ego, but this is going to tackle something where you've got some pain that is time to step out of, and you're ready for it. You're ready for it. This isn't going to be... Okay, very interesting. So we would like specifics on that, wouldn't we? It might be difficult to get specifics depending on how many people are involved in this story, but coming out together. Now remember, these 2 cards came out together. Morning memory. Okay, so I was saying sunrise or sunset. So morning memory. The healing gift runs a destined course. The morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. Oh, you know, I've taken this one seriously before because they've led me through this one. What happens when you meditate under the sun? It's not just to feel better. Something happens. Something comes together in that. Not necessarily the meeting with this person or anything, but there's something that happens that they communicate to you. Okay? So it's going to happen soon. Right, that's the emphasis on all the yellow. They're wanting me to take this very seriously. There's a chain of events, and there's a way that they need to communicate it to you, or there's a way that it needs to happen. Okay, so this is like a very nice coded message of, we really need you to do this, okay? If you can go do this thing, right? It's either the place-time sensitivity, like I was saying. There's a space-time sensitivity to this. Okay. We'll see if we get any more info on that, but sometimes they can't spoil it. They can't risk it because we're saying it out loud, right? And that means that the other team can hear it and interfere. Look at all these supports and everything. Like that's if that is like a mental process, look at all the work that has had to be done. Silent skill, yeah. I challenge you to unpack your mind. In meditation's grace, the soul can unwind. Breathe in, breathe out. Let go of doubt. So, the question is, are you looking forward or backward? Is all of this progress, all of this work ahead of you or behind you? And does it matter? There's a lot of it. You've accomplished it. Whatever else is coming, you're capable. But the perspective, and that'll be specific to you as well. But clearly, 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 emphasis on sunshine, not moon. So this is being outside yourself, right? We've done the moon work, and we will always have the moon work. Okay. So it's clearly squaring off. All of that is squaring off with this garden situation. Okay. All right. I feel like I've... Let's just see if there's another Lenormand that wants to come through. And we know what was squaring off was this king. This Joker king. Okay. Could be personal in your life, obviously. Usually. It could be something bigger, like a system that's been clamping down. Since I'm making those references. Now look at this sly move. Look at that sly move. Wow. Yeah, something's going to be sliding right in. Probably that's 6 right there. Whoa. What is... Oh. They do this to me. Okay. So what did I just say? Done with the moon. Well, here's the moon. With a 32, which gives us a 5. One number less than the Master Mason number. Yes. 8 of Cups. Okay. So we're walking towards... I'm going to relight the candle. Relight the flame. Moving away from something. This card is very much... It's pretty much exactly the same as the Tarot Moon. The necessary change, whatever this is coming, right? But you've already been in a change, I'm sure, because if we're at the 8 of Cups, Eight of Cups in the Nakshatra, I believe we start off with Leo energy there and worshiping the mom. There are 4 padas. There are 4, well, there are going to be 6, 7, 8 padas in Pisces, but specific to the 8 of Cups. That only takes up a few pada of a nakshatra. Interesting. Okay. Anything else? But we have, and do we have, yeah, we have 2 8s. We do have 2 8s right here. And what was the number on this one? 20, a 2, a 2, a 2. 2. Decision time. Decision time. And somebody else involved, or just you yourself. And you're inclined to be doing this possibly yourself, or you've been by yourself. It's almost like you're standing at the entrance. Anything else from this deck? Woo! Definitely. Nice. You got some fancy moves going on today, Scorpio. Ooh, the anchor. Dear sweet God. How many more swords do we want on the table? Proving yourself to yourself is an 8. Proving yourself to yourself is an 8. Proving yourself to everyone else is a 9. Now, we can also take the extreme anxiety, the negative thought patterns that were coming from over here. Yes. The control and manipulation over here. Bless them. So we've got an 8, 8, 9. We're progressing, and we have the anchor. Anchoring onto whatever gives you stability. You decide. Okay, camera cut out on me just as I said you decide. I'm like, and then after that I said, yeah, which is interesting because we have charts that predestine us, right? So I'm going to relight this candle and let me check. I'm going to check what the swords are and the 8 cups. Yes. For me, this is Aquarius energy. For others, it would be Gemini, but I match it to the houses. Again, I did the same thing with Earth and Air as in shifting them around. Okay. So let's see if we can get any more clarification from the astrology about what this anchor is anchoring into and what this moon is leading you into. Okay, in shorthand that I've developed from studying, especially vidyamitra.com, I'll put a link to it. But we're looking at now, and I've done an uneven zodiac that's accurate. Okay, so I've done a lot to tweak a chart to make sure that I can be as precise as possible, because I'm like that. All right, so here we have sidereal Aquarius season overlapping with tropical, okay, and Pisces. So for me, this is the 8, 9, 10 of Swords and the 8, 9, 10 of Cups, okay. Now these are my own chart placements, the inner 2 rings, okay, but we're dealing with Queen of Swords or King of Swords energy here. And then King or Queen of Cups. But we're also dealing with, I need both charts just because this one's more accurate than the other one where I have my notes. But we're dealing with Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. We're dealing with roughly 3 of those padas. And then the first 2 padas of Uttara Bhadrapada. That's what's overlapping. So, do I have everything we need to know? Yeah, because we're either looking now, we could even be looking at a motivational speaker, making money through magic and art, combined, a guru or publisher. These are my shorthand notes you'd want to look up. If you go to Vidyamitra, you can look much more in-depth into these, okay? Lots of information there. Yeah, worshipping mom. A bit of a mom thing going on. And there might be a lost mom there. Leo, ruling, very much needing attention and approval for things. Leaning into expressive stuff. Info overload. Information overload. So like somebody who processes a lot of information in Pisces Pisces can think like everybody. They can be every house, and they can be every kind of sign. So, there can just be way too much ability there that gets manipulated that looks like what's going on. But if any of those things sound right in terms of career paths, or they're combining with other placements in your chart, and it's a combination of things, yes? But those are influencing. So that's where your anchor and your clear passage is. Okay. Any tarot for this? I'll move those up. But because we do have, we have super emphasis on Aquarius energy here. So Uranus, everything that makes you very unique. Everything that makes you very unique. Areas of nonconformity. You seem to be an Uranus kind of leader here. So Uranus cycles seem to be figuring very largely for you in this. So whatever happened when you were 21, and if you're 42 or past 42, whatever happened in those years, have everything to do with this. If you want to go make some notes about that, if you need specifics, if you're not sure. And let's see. Anything else? King of Wands upside down. Slapping the deck, so I'm going to let it stay in the deck. But there's somebody, I guess because it's not coming straight out, there's somebody around you that doesn't know where they're going. They've got a lot going for them because they're in a king position. So Sagittarius energy for me, but ninth house energy. So if the faith is down, the energy's down, the not knowing what they believe in, there's a spiritual crisis going on for somebody, because they've done a lot of research. Like they've come a long ways because they're in ninth house position. Or, yeah, because I'm not dealing with a page or a knight here. I'm dealing with somebody who's built up a lot of experience and perspective. And it's that very perspective. It could be you. It's all the work that's been done that's brought exhaustion and confusion. So but I feel like it's somebody in your life. I don't necessarily feel that it's you, or it's in the past. It's in your recent past, because it's not coming out on the table. It's just, that's on the table. And it's in progress. Whoa. Okay, just like Cancer, Cancer's portal is a little closer to the upright. Yours has some ways to go, but it's here. So the Saturn energy, obviously. So there's that overlap. There's that overlap of Aquarius's arm over Capricornus, yes, where the sun, and that's where the sun is right now. It's in that overlap. It's going to be leaving Capricornus soon. Sky Safari and Stellarium. Go to Stellarium on desktop or get the app. Sky Safari is only an app. But yeah, so the sun's experiencing both energies right now. Saturn's in Capricornus. I want to say that. Am I right? Yeah. Because the sun just passed Saturn. It was a very scary time. But Saturn's very maternal. Saturn, this could have everything to do with your mother. Or your own maternal instincts, male or female, or they, however you identify. But fears, boundaries, calculated risks. And we're moving into, like, it's going to be leap time because, okay, so the smooth move that this moon made, okay, we're trying to move, trying to do some slime moves. Look at this. Look at this. Page of Cups. Moon energy. Cancerian. Yes. There's the 8 swords sliding out there. Jupiter energy. Okay, so there's that Sagittarius. Okay, so it could very well be... No, because it's Jupiter, I want to say that it's somebody else. A very significant other. Look at this. Waiting. And just energy's down. Look at that. Because Jupiter rules the King of Wands, right? So there's somebody close to you that's lost. However, yeah, they don't know. They don't know where to look. They don't know. It's that crisis. It's that spiritual crisis. It's affecting you. It's affecting you. So it could be this King of Swords is also the King of Wands. And then we have this message coming through. This apology. Something. Young energy. The dream. The impossible dream of that fish. The impossible dream of that fish. And that was all facing off with, okay, so I feel like since these 3 cards were facing off with this, there's overwhelm here, and this seems, I don't know. Okay. Well, this is turning into quite the story. Let's just put this as the little over here. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we don't want more tarot, but I feel like I'm going to go for one more anyway. Just like they gave you 4 doors instead of 3. Stability. Okay. Oh, jumping. Jumping. What is with all this half action? Yeah. Indecision. Stuck in the loop. Check the universe. Not knowing. Not having. Okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Not having. So there's an emphasis on stability here for you. Because there's instability. Something that because you probably know that there's something that's time sensitive. Time, place sensitive. And you're worried that you're going to miss it. Let's see here.